You can refuse illegal orders.
You can refuse illegal orders.
You must refuse illegal orders.
Jason Cohen posted this. So you have the Democrats now, that kind of cabal of Democrats that made their video about telling service members to disobey orders that they say are illegal, but aren't. Right? So here's the game from the Democrats, right? So just anything Trump does, they say is illegal. And then it goes to the courts. It goes to a judge. The judge overturns whatever Trump wants to do. It goes to an upper court, and then the upper court overturns that. And this is what they call dictatorship, I guess. And but this is the game. They just label literally everything. Like, he has breakfast. That's illegal. That's an illegal breakfast, right? So this is the game they're playing. And now they're telling service members, people in the army, to not obey orders, because vaguely they might be illegal or something if Democrats say so. It's quite dangerous, actually. And it's very Bolshevik. It's very Bolshevik, extremely Bolshevik. And that's the game. I mean, it's so much of what's happening now reminds me of, the run up to the Russian Revolution. Let's hear from Matt Taibbi here, who used to be a darling of the left. He wrote the book Insane Clown President about Trump. And yeah, I mean, he wrote for the Rolling Stone. He was a darling of the left. And then he just started noticing that the media was lying about it. The mainstream media was lying about a bunch of stuff, like Russiagate, for instance. And then he was kicked out, and now he's on Substack, because you're not allowed to be. Well, he's a heretic now. Let's watch.
It's such blatant, bad, overwrought propaganda. And this whole idea of you can refuse to obey illegal orders, well, that's always been true. And we've had a gazillion illegalities in government that the Democrats didn't say a word about for decades. So why now? And also just this general notion of encouraging an uprising, essentially, I don't know. I mean, there are so many things about modern politics that just make you shake your head and say, we're just in this new territory. I don't even know how to think about it, honestly. Like, that's beyond insubordinate or unhelpful. It reminds me again of the beginning of Russiagate, right? When there were all these leaks about encouraging people not to share intelligence with the United States. Yes, that made Trump look bad, but it also made the United States look weak and vulnerable, and sent a signal that the country was in schism, and maybe the government was not stable. Is that what they're trying to project? I mean, is that right? I don't think so.
Right.
Here's the White House press secretary talking about Senator Mark Kelly, who was in that video. Let's take a look.
Senator Mark Kelly well knows the rules of the military and the respect that one must have for the chain of command, and that all lawful orders are presumed to be legal by our service members. You can't have a functioning military if there is disorder and chaos within the ranks, and that's what these Democrat members were encouraging. It's very clear. And not a single one of them, since they've been pressed by the media, and I'll give you guys credit for that, can point to a single illegal order that this administration has given down, because it does not exist. They knew what they were doing in this video, and Senator Mark Kelly and all of them should be held accountable for that.
So none of them can point out any actual illegal orders, but that doesn't matter. That's not the point. The point is the framing. Right? Everything now is just narrative and framing. So they're just getting that into they're reinforcing that into people's heads, the lies they've already been telling for a decade, right? Illegal orders, dictator, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. Please like, share, and subscribe. Subscribing really helps me out. I thank you for that. I will see you next time.